Welcome to Four Movies. Well, we will be discussing four movies that have something in common. What they have in common, I know, but you... Yeah. So, if you do know what they have in common, say it before I say it. And if you don't know, then wait till the end where I will say it. Not showing that. I can't see if it's... Alright, no, we're good. Okay. I just counted these VHSs that I have here. I have 406 of them that are making up this back wall. I'm still collecting because I am a physical media collector. But we're going to talk about these movies, and then we'll get into that. But yeah. If you don't know, let me go ahead and say this right now so we get this out of the way before we get into these four movies that have something in common. But essentially, I am an artist and a physical media collector, and I am doing a video a day until I get a silver play button or a gold play button if I'm lucky, or if I just run out of physical media to show you. But I do have a lot of physical media, and I have a lot of things to show you. Like after this, I'm doing a book series. So yeah. Anyways, let's get into it. Like and subscribe if you like these videos and you want to see more, because it does help the channel out. Anyways. Bam! First movie, Lords of Dogtown. If you haven't seen Lords of Dogtown, it's pretty interesting. I want to say it's no, just let it go. Just let it. Oh yeah. Okay. Usually those come in two, but this is gonna be one now. That's good. Let's squeeze that up. But anyways, Lords of Dogtown. Well played, a biopic, like I said, of the creators of skateboarding as we know it. I believe, yes. We have, like I said, just a really interesting tale. It's one of those things where it's told interesting, so it's a biopic, if you will, of these skaters. And people are like, oh man, Tony Hawk? No. The guy who taught Tony Hawk. Like, Tony Hawk was a maestro of his own orchestra, but he didn't create the orchestra, you know what I'm saying? Like, these guys did. So, that's a metaphor. So, like I said, this is a story of their coming up and creating skateboarding as we know it today. Because before, it was not that. I'd have to look deeper, like who created the skateboard. And like being an artist, I was thinking it'd be cool to do some decks, like do some artwork on some skateboard decks. That could be fun. A series of those. How many would be in a series if I was to do a series of those? I wonder if there's any skateboard companies that want some art. I do art. I haven't got to show it off yet that much, but I will eventually down the line. There is a plan. Anyways, bam. Actually, there's a video called The Plan that should be my channel trailer. You should check it out. Anyways, bam! The Brothers Grimm, directed by the great Terry Gilliam, who directs very unique movies. This movie he directed, and it was essentially he directed, I think, like half of the movie, and then took a break, and then directed I think he took a break, directed another movie, which is the Man Who Killed Don Quixote, and then came back and directed this. I think it was something like that. And the movie kind of has that feel to it, so it feels like it's two different movies. But there's a lot of interesting stuff that happens in this movie that I think it's one of those things where it's like, that's worth the price of admission. It's just it's like, whoa, okay. Oh wow, you never see, like there's that horse scene that one of my nieces were like, remember that one movie you showed me where the horse did like ate somebody or something or another, and like that was crazy. I was like, yeah, and like I said, that's price of admission wildness of this movie. So, which Terry Gilliam has this ability to make some extremely unique movies, which is a good thing for him, because of the fact like he owns that space. Like, he's made such unique takes that it's great. Like I said, just fun. Like I said, Monty Python, the movies, and then just was it 12 Monkeys and Brazil and stuff like that. Super fun, interesting, unique stuff. movie is, unfortunately, a double-sided disc, which I don't like double-sided discs. They're horrible. I don't like double-sided discs at all. Why don't you just put a design on one side instead of this lunacy? You can put two movies on one side, but whatever. Anyways, bam, this is Butterfly Effect. This is a special edition where it's like, on one side, it's a theatrical ending. On the other side, it's a director's cut ending. But I'm going to tell you right now, I like the theatrical cut better. The director's cut ending I thought was very dismal and just I mean, the movie itself ends the theatrical way. I think was just much better, honestly. Like there's few movies that there's very few movies where I guess you can sit there and see the theatrical cut and be like, I don't know, and then like you see the director's cut and it's like, oh man, wow, that's so much better. But when the endings change like that, there's certain ones where like that makes sense because I liked how the Butterfly Effect ended. Like it was well played, and I liked that theatrical cut ending better. I just did. It's like, oh, it's because it's the first one you saw. No, if I would have seen the director's cut first and then saw the theatrical one, I would still like the theatrical one better because it's a better ending. Like I said, it doesn't always work out that way, like test audiences and stuff like that, but it does help in certain ways. Like the Lost Boys, the test audience, they showed the test audience that, and when the vampire dies with the stereo, he was able to see with the test audience that people missed the joke because they were laughing, you know, at the beginning, and so they missed another joke. So he was able to space it out so that the audience had time to react to one joke and then react to the next thing, because it was like, boom, you know, they react, yeah, he got killed by stereo, and then like, ooh, death by stereo. They missed that in the original screening of the movie, so he extended it out longer, and then basically you have better beats. So there's stuff to be used and learned from a test audience, but there's other stuff where it's just like test audience ruined the movie. You know, there's those aspects. Wow, ADD sets in and I start going off on tester. But fourth movie, The Killers, with Katherine Heigl and not the mustache, Tom Selleck. I was, for some reason in my mind, I was like Tom Cruise. I was like, that's not correct at all. I was like, Tom Selleck. And Mr. Mustache himself, there was a genre of people just like, dude, we gotta grow this stash. My dad had an excellent stash. Excellent mustache. Yeah, he rolled with it. It was great. And yeah, like I said, bam, The Killers. Fun movie. Comedy, romance, I guess. Yeah, romance comedy. Yeah. And fun, where it's, if you haven't seen it, then you haven't seen it. But it's basically like, gotta love those stupid comments. If you haven't seen it, then you haven't seen it. That's right. That's how, yeah, physics. But, yeah. These movies have something in common. These are a twofer. So, two movies have something in common, and two movies have something in common. That's just to give you a hint for the ones that know what these are. Now, Lords of Dogtown and Brothers Grimm have something in common. Butterfly Effect and The Killers have something in common, which is easier. Now, excuse me. Ooh, I burped a little bit. Now, what do these movies have in common? If you know, Lords of Dogtown and Brothers Grimm have what in common? Okay. And Butterfly Effect and The Killers, easier, have in common. Okay, now for the people that don't know, you have to find out if whoever world spoke when I gave them the silent thing knew what they were talking about. I'm going to go with the easy one first. Butterfly Effect and The Killers both star Ashton Kutcher. Now, Butterfly Effect is going to be Ashton Kutcher's best movie. Other than that, The Killers would probably be a secondary. And then other than that, not much. Like I said, Boss's Girlfriend, and then whatever other stuff he was, Like I said, whatever. Butterfly Effect, hands down, best movie. Have not seen the sequels. Oh my goodness, there might be another sneeze brewing. Woo! And now on to the second batch. Lords of Dogtown and Brothers Grimm both have Heath Ledger in them. Heath Ledger is a chameleon in Lords of Dogtown. Like, you don't see Heath, and don't get me wrong, Heath Ledger was good like that. Like I've said before, is a big compliment to say that an actor is a chameleon actor because of the fact that they embody the role. That when you see them in that movie, you don't see them, you see their character. That's really good sentiment for somebody who's in the stuff, but it might not calculate into more roles because of the fact that, like, you have Arnold Schwarzenegger, who everyone sees Arnold Schwarzenegger, and then they know Arnold Schwarzenegger's brand, and so they're like, oh, well, he's going to do this action movie like this, blah, blah, blah. Whereas Heath Ledger and stuff like that was more of a chameleon actor and it wasn't like Heath Ledger's movies had a different aspect to it. He was that character. I don't know if he was method or anything like that, but I mean, I heard some stories about Dark Knight and stuff like that, but Dark Knight, like, you see him as Joker. You don't see him as Heath Ledger playing Joker. You see the Joker. You see the character. Like I said, he's a chameleon actor. Very, like I said, very awesome. There's some certain cowboy movie of his that I've never seen before, but I don't know. It doesn't seem very action-packed. Or not the kind of action I'm looking for. But to each their own. And like I said, if it holds your attention, then that's good. That's good. Art is subjective. So, thanks so much for watching. I'm a physical media collector. I do this. There's a video a day until I get a silver play button or a gold play button, which I explained at the beginning of this. And like I said, thank you so much for watching. If you've watched this far, you're awesome. Stay awesome. Thank you so much. And tune in tomorrow because, like, there's only like 1, 2, 3. There's 3 more videos, and then we're done with this book, and then we're on to the next book. That's wild. All right. Later, y'all.